Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about my journals and more of an ecosystem, or whatever that means. Is a trendy word nowadays, but in any ways, in my case I have an immense interest in journaling. I love journaling. I am obsessed with it, and I will be talking about journaling for a while, I think. Maybe. For now, I want just to talk about the journals I use every day, or almost every day. I will explain that as we go on. In any case, these three are the ones that I use every day. Maybe you can't tell, but these are thick. So this is a thin one, but these two are thick because they are meant to be written in every day. So this is an Hobonichi cousin. Oh, also these are for the video. Normally I don't have these. And this is a Hobonichi cousin. This is a planner, and if you look up Hobonichi cousin on social media, there will be a lot of people who will use it for yes, as a planner, but also for other things like swatching their ink for, how do you say it? Yeah, swatch their inks, or they use their creativity, they journal, they will make lists, or there's so many creative ways that people use this. For me, I am using it sort of as a planner, but especially as more of a daily diary, but in a way that it's basically tracking the mundane. And what I mean by that is, I won't go into depth with this, but when you are just, and so this is my normal journal. My normal journal, as in I will share my feelings, my thoughts, and process things. And that's very valuable to me. But the normal days where I do the day-by-day stuff, like the small ideas I have, or I went shopping today, and I might make a video about why I find it important. For now, I just want to share what I put in. So this is how it can look like. It's a lot, but in any case, I use washi tapes, or I will use a highlighter, then write on it as if I have titles for a blog post or something like that. And you can tell I use a lot of stickers. These stickers were alongside the game that I have bought. So I have bought one game that has a collection of Final Fantasy 1 to 6, and I was very excited about it. And they had stickers with it. So I was very excited for it. And you know, it's the small things, and I can just yap about it, But I tend to do the different styles, but and how it looks like, I can use variation. Let me see. So this is also a lot, but it was Valentine's Day, so I was very excited. I also bought a solo RPG game called Codex. I'm still playing it, more or less. I took a break from it, but I surely will be going back to it. So this is the cover. Let me show you the cover. So this is the original cover, and this is what I've drawn. I sometimes use a limited palette to draw or color. I just use the highlighters that I have with me. These are also assets for my Solo BG journey. There's a collection of tables, and here's a drawing. So sometimes I draw, sometimes I use prompts, sometimes I will do a to-do list or write about my day. So this is my NES Lego that I've gotten as a present, and it took like a year or so before I finished it because I got overwhelmed. I never had so much Lego, such a big project for Lego, and I just procrastinated. But I was very excited to finish it. So this is an example of a more calm page where I just yap and put on a little highlighter and then I write the title in. So this is about a game or something. So, oh, I finally started the DLC of Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3. The game was out for a couple of years, so to start now is because I've heard that it's a lot of boss fights and my hands are a bit sensitive, so I was stalling for a bit. But it has a lot of accessibility benefits, so I was able to finish it. Let me see. So here's an example of what I've done. Sounds so what have I done? But sometimes I write my to-do list, my tasks or whatever, but I will write down what I've done. And the thing is, I don't write often what I've done or what I'm doing because it can get a bit stale because I am disabled. I'm often in bed or not doing a lot of things, so it can be a bit draining for my mind to keep tracking stuff, because I was someone who tracked a lot of things before I got ill. Here's another example of a bit more peaceful with just one sticker, and I was into tea for a while, but I couldn't have tea anymore because of chronic migraines. So I was very excited to to explore herb teas, and it's been great. I was very excited when I ordered. Let me see. Oh, I can also, when I have low energy, I just find some memes, and that makes me very happy. Also, I wanted to show you. This little stencil board is adorable. I'm also making this video because it's almost time for to order a new one. I think this week it's what people call Hobonichi Day. Yeah, it's a bit early, but the planner girlies or planner dudes are very excited for this season of planners, because every year with Hobonichi they will have different designs and such. You can, by the way, notice that I don't use stickers on my journals because I like the peacefulness of having a blank slate, and I can't commit and especially not this big of a journal. And this one doesn't need it. This one came as it is. This is also an Hobonichi, and but it's not a planner, it's a journal. It's very blank, as in there's no stripes, there's nothing, no numbers, but I don't know if you can tell, but the spacing is very thin. It's very thin. That's not the correct sentence. It's smaller than average. I think it's like 3.5 millimeters. I'm not sure, but it's very tiny, and it's great for me. It's great for me personally because I can write a lot of it in it. So wait for me, diary. I will come to you next. So I have in front, I will put the index, but I won't show you because there might be some personal stuff in it. This is why I use these stuff, because I do want to keep some privacy, because that's what I like about journaling with a lot with these types of things, because I don't have to be mindful of other people reading it. I don't want to write in order to be perceived by other people, but this makes me happy. Like, I was trying to figure out how chess works. I was very enthusiastic when I started and used highlighters. If you're wondering which highlighters I'm using, I have a couple of here. So I use a Zebra mildliner, and I also use, let me see, like one of these Stabilo bars. I have a lot of colors of these. My husband bought it for me, and I have a couple of these, and this is this color. But these are Zebra mildliners, because I use Stabilo only in this journal and occasionally in this one, barely. But either way, so I was taking notes. I should I should try it again. I did this last year. This is an insane list. I love how it looks, and I also stopped this project sort of, but it's like, if you can read this, but I'm quite very small, so I will tell you. But either way, so this is what it's. So this continues here. So like, these are different animes that are very long, and I wanted to watch the first episode of this one, then I will go to this one, and etc. The thing is that the pacing and the pacing of all of them are so a bit different from each other that I am sometimes bored or overstimulated because I keep watching them after each other. So I might return, but I will try to see how I can do differently. And these are the, how do you say this, the arcs. And except for Gintama, Gintama has so many arcs, and they do it ironically that I have looked up the most important ones that actually have meaning. But yeah, it's a very funny anime. Gintama is something I would recommend. Either way, I even have a little explanation which everything is. So I really was proud of this when I initially made it. Let me see. This is a more calm list, where I put in a checklist for my Stardew Valley game playthrough. And this is just for fishing in Stardew Valley. And for the first time, because I have this system, I was able to actually catch every one of them. So let me see. This is the fish. This is the location. So for example, the pufferfish is in O and comma GYO, and the O is ocean. Yes, and the GY is, I think, Ginger Island. Let me see. I can't see it here. Am I wrong? Yeah, here. Ginger Island, and the O is then Ginger Island Ocean. And then the time, and then the season based by color. And the gray one is all seasons, I think, yeah. And then the weather. So then here are the legendaries. I didn't have the legendary fish too, because this is more of an end game thing. I'm not that far yet. Also, I forgot to explain what this is, but maybe you can tell. But this is called a common place book for me, where I put in lists, and I will write down some notes from articles, from the things I've learned and from books, or I will put in, I write stories, I write personal essays, I will write poems or recipes, and I'm only showing you the brainstorm, the more of the design aspect of some of these, but most of these are just dull, pure text, you know. But I just want to show you the different types of design that you can do. So this is book notes. There might be spoilers of the book The Popular by R.F. Kuang. Just be warned. I'm just warning you. Maybe it's unreadable because it's so tiny. Maybe it's not, yeah, maybe it's not, but either way. So I put in every chapter and then I will write some notes down of the thing. It's just for fun. I miscalculated and I added the last 2 chapters there. Bit messy. So these are empty because I want to finish the trilogy someday. This is a list of games that I want to play. That's fine. I actually wanted to give an example of how my journaling looks normally in this book. So this is I copied the blog post of Megan Rhiannon. She's a YouTuber, great channel for talking about commonplace things. She inspired me, but as you can see, I have a little space here so I can writing some notes for myself, and I write down stuff, you know. But I have a lot of space to write in. That's great. So this is that, and this is my diary, which I won't be showing a lot of, but I have a few pages. So this be prepared. So I attempted to understand one game of Kingdom Hearts, and that's the Kingdom Hearts UX. Either way, I sort of get it. If Kingdom Hearts fans are watching this, maybe they might be confused as well, but that's a common joke within the community anyways, that it's confusing. But I was having so much fun watching the cutscenes because it's a mobile game that isn't around anymore, and I missed it. So, but I still wanted to understand the plot of the entire series. It's a long series, but a lot of lore, and the latter games like Kingdom Hearts 3 has some references of the other games. And the more I watch the cutscenes and listen to people's essays, I sort of understand Kingdom Hearts 3 a bit better. Let me see. So this is a small session of this. Ooh, that sounds so loud. My apologies. But I was playing Dungeon Hero, and this is one of the games that I was playing. Session 2 I haven't finished. I need to start it again. But I was at here. If you can read this, I might be making a lot of mistakes, but that's how I roll, because I won't be able to start the game if I play it all in my head. As I went on, I understand a bit better. This is basically brainstorming for my videos. So this is how it normally looks. So I will highlight my Stabilo boss, and then I will write it down, and then I will put in the date. If I don't put in the date, that means that I've been writing for several pages and the first one will get a date, so it won't be redundant. So I forgot to say, but this book is a Midori MD, and this is in 1 page a year. Let me see. Yeah, 1 page a year type of journal. I will cover this because there's a bit of spoilers of another video that I wanted to do. Either way, No, there's a wrong one. Let me see. Wait. Yeah, this one. Ah, it's spoiled. That's fine. But I wanted to share this for like, what do I write about? So I wanted to, might as well just read from this. Not word by word, but you get it. So I will write my daily activities. I already shared like not really tracking tasks. I have already given a lot of examples. Let me see. Yeah, there's a lot of updates on the cat's yummy meals. Yeah, those things. But in general, that's especially for this one. For then ideas, projects, and life alterations. So I always have something to write about. I always have some not really a project, but more of a lifestyle tweak, and I'll get hyper fixated on something, and I will go dive deep into it, and I reflect on it and why I like this, and I'm constantly reevaluating why I am doing this and what I'm learning from it. And so I can write a lot of things. I will write down life lessons, so things I've learned in life in general, opinions about something on articles, books, or social media. So instead of film myself having a hot take or you write in comments, I will write my opinions in my journal so that I can take my time and calmly reflect on what I. So I'm basically using it as a comment section, and it's fun. I'm learning a lot. Then lists, you have seen the lists. I will also write. I will writing, world building, fan fiction or non-fiction, etc. But I haven't published anything. It's more like that's entertaining for me because I like stories. So one day I think last week there's a show that someone recommended to me, and I disliked it so much that I wrote fan fiction how I wanted it to be, and that's something I would never do normally. I normally write about things I love, but it really calmed me down. So that's sure as a way to express your frustration. A tip for people who are like me. Either way, let me see. Yeah, writing and such. I might write a book someday, but I am still unsure about my skills. And for now, I just want to hone my skills, as in, instead of just throw it in there, because writing isn't my life purpose or something like that. It's more of a, for now, for me, I just want to enjoy myself without thinking about a career, especially because I'm chronically ill and it gets exhausting to keep thinking about projects and be productive just for the sake of being productive at the cost of my health. So I really need to take a rest. So I'm just doing it for fun. Well, what else do? I collect articles. I've written down some articles or blog posts or poems. There's a poem I've written in here of someone who recently, like I think 3 days ago or something, passed away. So I really find my commonplace book very valuable in that case, because for me, I can always go back and reread it, and that person will stay in my heart. It's not someone I know in real life. It's someone I respect and appreciate. It's like a teacher. But yeah, I think he would be happy. Yeah, and it's a bit sad, but it's something to think about, that all of it is sort of an archive of my life, and that I then every page is something, a part of me that I appreciate, that I love, that makes me who I am. And if I am, and I will be talking about why I'm journaling, why I am doing this. But you know, we have enough time. I can make more videos. For now, I just want to share some ideas of my ecosystem and journaling as a whole. So I also write prompts. I also do Solarpg. I do have for some of Solarpg's a separate journal. I also have more journals that I will go through, but these are the daily ones. So for another day, I will show you the other ones. But for now, it's this. And with Solarpg, I will use this one for small sessions or just to brainstorm, or I don't know. I'm still unsure what the best system is for my Solarpg sessions, because it's different based on what I how much I need and how it should look like. Because when I do this, I think a lot about systems and how something should look like and how I arrange it. I think about it a lot, and I've thought a lot about the system because I used to have like a handful, like so many books I use every day, and I was tired of it. So I was able to just squeeze it into 3 books. I used to write only in 1 book, but it was a bit busy and hectic for me. So this is more calming to me. It works. I've been using this for a year, and this one is 2 years old. No, this one is almost 2 years old. This one, yeah, of course, it started at the beginning of the year. This one is also at the beginning of the year. So I also, when there's a course or something, I might use this as well. But I haven't been following courses recently. But the example is that, let me think, the chess page one. Let me see, was it this one? Where are you? Can't find you. Oh, this is sticky. Let me see. Why are you sticky? Nope, it's not this one. It's not this one. Yes. This one. Like, this is like how I learn. This is not that fancy normally, you know. It's often just heading and write summary, because it doesn't need to be that complicated. And that's what I probably will be doing with Solarpg. I will just experiment until I feel like it sticks, because too much thinking is exhausting. And as a bonus, let me see, I will show you the pens that I use frequently. This one I barely use. It's more for the other journals that I frequently use, but not every day. I do keep it with me. So I have a little bit of a system where I have this box where oh, still have to take my meds. Whoopsie daisy. But this is my e-reader and my 3DS, my, how do you say it, a distant stuff for the e-reader, and my the thing for the headphone and my MP3 player. And what I'm trying to say is these journals will be in that box, and I am someone who gets sick all the time, and so when I sit somewhere I need to have at least a few things to entertain myself, because I might get stuck there, and sometimes I need someone to help me get off the couch or something. Either way, I have this pen. This one is a Uni Pen Fineliner. This one is the pen that I'm using for the Hobonichis. So this one and this one. I might use this one this is a bit thicker, so this is a zero. I've been cut off, so I will just repeat what I've said. So this is a 0.05 Uni-Pen Fineliner, and this is from Uni-Pen, yeah. It's waterproof and it's very smooth with writing. So I'm using this pen for the Hobonichis, so this one and this one. Also, I wanted to say this band is something I made myself, so you stuck together and used super glue and called it a day, because these books were so thick that I was afraid to let it bulk too much, but it's okay. Most days I'm not using washi tapes and stickers. Yeah, you saw that I used it, but I don't use that frequently. But it's really great to hold it together, because I don't want to. It keeps it neat. Either way, this is the same pen, but this is a 0.3. I barely use it for these ones. Maybe the Hobonichi cousin planner, maybe. But most of the time I will use it for a different journal. This is the Stabilo Sensor F, the fineliner that's 0.3 thick. I love this for the Midori. I have several Midori journals, and I really love this pen for this one, and because I really love the smoothness of the combination of both of these. So all of these are very smooth and milky. I really love it, and this one really complements it. I do recommend to with all of these to highlight first and then write. I think it's more pleasant to look at. So these are the mildliners, zebra mildliners. There are more colors, but I frequently use this because I use this Muji Pen Case, and sometimes I just use a limited palette to not get overwhelmed. So this is a Sharpie S Note. I use it to highlight in books, but also for my journals. I really like the color of this. This one is a pen from Muji, really cute. This one is something I'm using recently, a gel highlighter. It's like a crayon, but it's great for books that are highlighting books that are very thin, and it's easy to bleed, and this one doesn't bleed at all. Though I'm a bit curious how this will work, because it might how do you say it? It might, I'm not sure how long, how quick I need to buy a new one. This one is just a stylus pen, but I use it for my tablet a lot. So I don't have my glove with me, but I often use it insert like this, and then like this, and then I will use it for like playing Stardew Valley on my tablet. This one is a Muji highlighter. My husband, who is an engineer, really was a bit jealous for some reason that he ended up buying one himself. But it's I'm not sure how this works, but focus. But it's pointy, and it's very sturdy. I'm not sure what he loves about it, but I love it. But I'm not sure what it is about this one in particular that he's like, I want one, I need one. But I really I'm happy for him. But I use these almost every day. So this is basically my ecosystem. Sorry that my camera cut off. Still need to make a system that's I'm still building a system for my camera to make it last a bit longer. But technical stuff is such a thing. took me a while to make this one, but I'm really glad I am able to make content. Yay! Either way, thank you for watching. Let me see. Oh, wait, one thing. This is a clamp. Ooh, clamp, yeah. The Penco Clampy. Okay, cool. That's one for books. I forgot to mention that. But either way, I will make more, a lot of more journaling content. So this is a channel that where I will be talking about journaling, zines, and solophagy. With journaling in particular, I was planning to talk about journaling in general, my process, how, you know, the conversations that are happening in journaling, what I commonly see. I will also answer questions if someone has a question about journaling in a video. Let me think. I will show you other journals. I might show you journals of my past, but I'm not sure about that one. I will show at least the journals that I'm currently using. There's a bit of a handful. It's not that much more because I really cut down on the amount of journals because I take these homies as one collective. This is so thick. This is a reference. This is just one book, and then this is what I use every day. Yeah, so. Well, I'm really having a blast with this, but because these two are meant to be for the entire year, and this one can be used for years. I can take my time with this one. But I almost use this every day, but not exactly my priority in writing. These two are. This one is my highest priority of filling in every day. I might skip some days because I'm a human being who isn't perfect, and like I said, I make it easier for myself. This one is definitely every day, but I might skip 1 or 2 days because, yeah, as I said, this one's priority, second, this is third. But this one I might skip for a couple of days, you know, it's fine. Either way, I'm very excited for the Hobonichi. I don't want to close off yet because I'm still thinking about what I should buy next year and for next year. So this week there will be a new, the Hobonichis will be returning. I'm curious if they have a new journal, but I'm not even halfway through though, so I'm 1/4 in or something. Yeah, so let me think. No, I don't want to buy a new one. So I'm still brainstorming on I will be buying a new cousin, that's for sure. It might be overwhelming a bit, but I figure out a way to make it calmer for myself. I can write a lot in it, or just a little bit. Yeah. Midori is, you can buy it all year. So these are just journals. There are planners for Midori. I'm not using it because I already have this one. One book that I am curious about with the Hobonichi is, let me think, the Hobonichi Weeks. So the Hobonichi Weeks is more of a weekly page, and it's horizontal, and you see the 1 week on one side, and the other side is blank, and it's tempting. When I don't want to be influenced too much, but I'm tempted. But and I don't want to waste too much money if I already have a system that I enjoy. But Hobonichi Weeks is like, you know, it's smaller, and I can, yeah, I feel tempted to track some things, because even though I don't prefer to do it, I'm still figuring it out. But I might. Should I? But what I can do is, if I buy it, I can show you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. That's something to figure out. But I can fill it in next year, so because we're buying it early. Either way, I think this is it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. The next video will be about, I wanted to talk about scenes, but I want to talk about Super G next, because I'm very excited. I made some I read through Stavagante, and I made some extra mods. So this is the original book, and I made some little bit of mods just for myself. I'm not publishing anything, but I really wanted to try and play through and show you guys. But not today, because my throat is tired. I'm not sure how people are able to talk for such a long time. I'm someone who never talks this much in a week, So, thank you for watching. Bye bye. How do people wave? Like this? Bye.